Well, what's up guys? So, join me for another video today. I thought I would do a video talking about, some of these family vloggers and the way that, some of them have exploited their kids. I mean, and continue to exploit their kids, it's so sad to think about the way that some of these parents are exploiting their kids. I mean, some of them are exploiting their kids in a very vile, disgusting way, it has to be said. Um, I call out Hona Jolie's quite a lot, and you think about it, right? My issues, I mean, obviously, I don't have a problem with, Edie being trans or anything like that, but I've just never ever agreed with the way that Jonathan and Anna have exploited Edie's transition and her trans journey and things like that and monetize that. It's just they've kind of exploited that and monetized that in a very vile, disgusting way. When you think about the amount, it's like it feels like they were only ever thinking about how they could make money from that. That's what it feels like. It feels like, when I look at the Hona Jolie kids, it feels like they've never ever had any privacy in their lives. I mean, they've even had their schools shared online. I mean, how many times have they posted videos with the school logos in the video, showing the school logos in the videos, and they've been told not to do that. Add that to a lot of the other things they've done. It's just. It's sad when you think about the Hona Jolie kids, and you think about how much of their lives has been, exploited and monetized and broadcasted all over the internet for public consumption. It's the same with the Ingham kids as well. It's like, when you think about how much of their lives has been exploited and monetized and broadcasted online for public consumption. I was thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking, do you know what? At least Esme, Isla, and Isabel have known a life that doesn't revolve around cameras and being filmed, 24/7. Jace, Aurora, and Mila have never known a life that doesn't revolve around that. They never will know a life that doesn't revolve around cameras and being filmed. Chris and Sarah will never actually allow their kids to know a life that doesn't revolve around that. It's just unbelievable. There's no words to describe, how sad it makes. I mean, it's heartbreaking seeing some of these kids, and the way that they're being exploited, and, it's like it feels like these kids don't have any privacy in their lives at all. It's like, it doesn't feel like their parents ever give them any privacy. It's like it feels like every single part of their lives is shared online. It feels like there's not really anything that's kept private. To be honest, it just doesn't feel like there's anything that isn't shared on social media. When it comes to family vloggers, it feels like every single thing is shared online. And this is something that a lot of family vloggers have, come under, been criticised for, and gotten a lot of backlash for, is if they've shared things online that they shouldn't have been sharing. And when I think about the Hona Jolies, I think about Edie's story, and, it should have been her story to tell. When she felt that the time was right to share that. Like Jonathan and Anna should never have exploited and monetized her transition and everything in the way that they have done. It's so. It's horrifying, and it's unbelievably heartbreaking. To think about the way that Jonathan and Anna have exploited that. And this is the thing, like, neither one of them are innocent. You can't say, oh, well, Anna hasn't exploited that, or Jonathan hasn't exploited that, because they have both exploited that in a very vile, disgusting and just downright despicable way. You know, I mean, I won't stop saying everything I've said in, I won't stop saying what I've said in past videos about, when obviously I was spoken in past videos, and I've said that a lot of these family vloggers wouldn't be where they are now if it wasn't for the kids, and I keep saying I keep saying that a lot of these family vloggers wouldn't be where they are now if it wasn't for their kids. Because we all know that's true. At the end of the day, we all know they would, but we all know they wouldn't be where they are now if it wasn't for their kids. I mean, when you look at Honey Joe Lee's and the Inhams, you look at their videos and you think, well, they wouldn't get as many views as they get if his weren't in the videos. That's the only reason the videos actually get a decent amount of views, is because the hits are in the videos. That means that the videos are getting more views, and it means that the parents are making more money. But if his weren't actually in the videos, the parents, the videos wouldn't get that many views, and the parents wouldn't be making that much money. When you think about this Honey Joe Lee hits, it feels like they don't get a break from doing YouTube and TikTok videos every single day. And the vibe that I've gotten sometimes with the Honey Joe Lee hits is that sometimes they are actually forced to be in the videos or to do videos. It feels like the only one that's really benefiting from that is Jonathan and Anna. It's the other one, the other day, those, when you think about, you think about it, right, those hits have made them a shite ton of money. You think about the amount of money they've made from exploiting and monetizing his lives and sharing every part of his lives online for public consumption. They made a fairly decent amount of money from that. And the same could very well be said for the Inhams, in that they've made a decent amount of money from exploiting his and monetizing his lives and sharing his lives online, broadcasting every single part of his lives online for public consumption. There are another two people, as in Sarah Inham, there are another two people who don't seem to believe in giving kids any privacy in their life, kids any privacy. Because again, it feels like the Inham kids don't have any privacy in their lives at all. And it's just, I don't feel bad for saying, for saying this, because quite frankly, things like this do need to be said. And I keep saying them because, it's a point that has to be made. It's a point that someone has to, come out and say, like, this is not acceptable, this is not okay. I just don't know what else to say, to be honest. I really don't. It's just, unbelievable. It's just shocking, really, to think about it. Like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. I really don't. It's just a horrible, horrible situation. It really is. Like, there's no denying how sad it actually is. That these kids have had to put up with so much of their, so much of their lives, being exploited and monetized and broadcasted online for public consumption. It's like, it's a sad thing to think about, and obviously, you don't want to think about things like this, but sometimes you have to think about things like this. Like, it's hard not to, it's hard not to think about things like this, and it's just, Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I wish I did know what to say, but I honestly, genuinely really don't. And I wish I could say that I feel bad for a lot of these parents, and that I wish I could say that a lot of the negative comments they get are undeserved, or not deserved. But I just can't say that, because I do feel like a lot of the negative comments these parents get are fully justified. Especially when you think about the way they've exploited they're exploiting their kids, and they're monetizing their kids' lives and broadcasting so much of their kids' lives online for public consumption. It's just, it's a very sad thing to think about. And it's just sad that when you think about the fact that so many people are enabling these parents to do what they do. So many people are enabling these parents to exploit their kids the way they are. You think about it, right? So the way that some of these parents are actually exploiting their kids is beyond disgusting, it's beyond despicable. There are some parents who are beyond, who can only be described as low-life scumbags. And I think the Enums fit in that bracket. I think Tony Jolie's fit in that bracket. Jonathan especially, when you think about what he does and the way that he puts his kids out, the way that, he's putting his kids out there online. And I'm not going to start going off about the thumbnails he uses and things like that, because I feel like I've done enough videos talking about that. And, but it goes to, as I've said, it's just unbelievable. And it's like, why would they stop exploiting their kids? There's so many people are defending them for that and saying that they're not doing anything wrong. It's just, it makes me sad. It makes me so angry that some people have the audacity to actually say that these family bloggers are not doing anything wrong, because most of the time they are. And you look at the Enums, and you look at the Tony Jolies and why they're so controversial. I think the Enums are so controversial is what Chris did. But I think the reason that Jonathan and Anna are so controversial is purely because of the way that they have exploited and monetized Edie being trans, and they've kind of, exploited and monetized her transition and things like that, and, people just don't agree with that. I think people, it's not that people don't agree with Edie being trans, it's just that people don't agree with the way that Jonathan and Anna have both exploited that. Because they have, there's no denying the fact that they have both exploited that and monetized that really badly. And I can't help but feel sorry for Edie, the way that they've exploited, the way that her parents have exploited her being trans and monetized that, The problem with people like her, like Chris and Sarah and Anna and Jonathan, Tony Jolie, is all people like them care about is fame and fortune. Like they will always put fame and fortune before the safety of their own kids. They don't care about their kids. All they care about is fame and fortune. All they care about, all people like Chris and Sarah and Anna and Jonathan care about is the money that they are making from putting their kids out there online. That's all they care about, is the fact they're making money from putting their kids out there on the internet. Because we all know that if they won't putting their kids, they stop putting their kids out there, there will be a rapid decline in their views. There's people that we all know. Let's be real on this. We all know that people only watch the videos to watch the kids, not because they want to watch the parents. And I know that none of them will ever admit this, and I know that a lot of these family vloggers would say that, or will say that nothing would change. Even if they weren't vlogging it, his things would still be the same, their views wouldn't change. But I think we all know they would. I think we all know that they would change if they did, if their views would change. If they weren't filming their kids, you know. But the problem with a lot of these family vloggers is it's like, if they weren't filming their kids, what else would they film? You know, they wouldn't have anything else to film apart from filming their kids. You know, it's like, what else have they actually got that's worth filming? They haven't really got anything else that's worth filming, which is why they film their kids. You know, and it's, I don't think it's a lie. That's a lie. I think it's the truth at the end of the day. I think people need to start facing facts. You know, and like, it's just a horrible situation, it really is. But it's sad knowing that there are people out there that are willing to support what these family vloggers do and don't think it's wrong. But, you know, it's like, especially when you think about somebody, you know, the fact that somebody is just so young and like, and can't actually properly consent to being filmed for social media anyway. Add that to the list, you know. But yeah, a lot of these family vloggers will only ever hear about fame and fortune. They'll never hear about their kids, you know. It's like, a lot of these kids are just basically just hash cows and performing monkeys. You know, that's what they are. You know, that's the way their parents are treating them, and it's just horrible. You know, it's as simple as that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you for another one a bit later on. Well, maybe later on this evening, or maybe tomorrow. So have a good day, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.